When I was 50, I think I was weighing around 93 kgs and quite sluggish. And then I asked myself a question that whether I should live an active life or a sedentary life. Okay. So, and the answer came that I need to live an active life. And that is how things changed. So I discussed with a couple of people, and then they why don't you start running? It is a good activity. You know, Rakesh Sir took utmost care in terms of the training plan and everything. But more important was, the group, the cohesiveness of the group, which, brought in a lot of inspiration. Yes, we can do it. The doubt and the fear what I had before, I think all that has changed 360 degrees.
Correct.
Basically, when I completed the 100 kilometers, someone questioned me, what is next? I said, nothing. So he said, no, it cannot be nothing. From 100 kilometers, it has to be 100 miles. So I said, okay, fine, let's think about it. So I took that thought process in mind and I churned over it for a couple of days, and I said, in 2020, the kilometers turned to miles. Why can't 100 kilometer turn it to mile? So that is how I took up the challenge. Actually, it was a bit of a Marwadi thinking. Spending so much money and doing just 21 kilometers doesn't make sense. So let us get the best out of it. So changed it from 21 to 42 at 16,000 feet. Barely walking is also fine. I found it quite challenging because the last kilometer to the Kardungla top took almost around 15 minutes for a walk, because every 200 meters you feel like, no, let's stop for some time. I think it's purely because of the community building, and the community itself is inspiring other people in and around to get into the community, and the the cohesiveness in the groups, which is bringing more people in the group to run. I would say it this way that every person has 24 hours, and in the existing schedule also he is really fighting with time. And on one fine day with two pegs down, if one thinks that, from tomorrow I'm going to run 5 kilometers. So where is he going to get that 40 minutes out?
Hello everyone, this is Vineet, and right now we are here in Leh to be part of Ladakh Marathon 2023. We have with us Madhav Sir out here.
Hi.
Sir, please tell us something about yourself.
Myself, Madhav Shenoy. I'm 58 years and have, in terms of running life, it is just 5 years that I have started running. But I'm basically a postgraduate in marketing and currently running my own business. And I'm into dyes and pigments, specialty chemicals. And I am married and I have one son who is with me in the business. Coming to the running, this one, I started post 50 running. That was casual running, and the serious running came just 5 years back. And probably I have completed around 14,500 kilometers, which has been recorded on Strava in last 5 years.
Correct.
I've done a couple of 10Ks, half marathons and full marathons, and then I graduated to being an ultra runner. I've done 50K twice, 100K once, and 100 mile once. And that's how I'm taking the challenge now for the KC race in 2023. I completed my graduation in 86 and then immediately started working because that was a financial need of the family. While I also wanted to do my post-graduation, but I couldn't do it. So I did my post-graduation in 93 batch from Wellinkers in marketing. And from pharma, I moved to dyes and pigments. That was into flavors first. That was Duckworth Flavors. And then I moved into dyes and pigments. That was Roha Dichem. I worked on an international level. Approximately, I think I have traveled around 62 countries as of now. And then I left Roha Dichem and joined a company which was into the exhibition industry, and I was based in Switzerland, taking care of the entire Europe. That was till 2013, and in 2013 I came back to India and I joined a company called Neelikon, where I was a CEO till 2020. And in 2020 I started my own business. That is in dyes and pigments. So this is how the professional life has been. During growing time, it was not possible to do running and all because all facilities were not there, neither cycling, nothing. So it came only after 2012 where I started a bit of cycling. And then somewhere in 2018, 2018 was my first 10K with 1.29, 1 hour 29 minutes. And that is how the running journey started.
So what got you into running?
Basically, post 50, when I was 50, I think I was weighing around 93 kgs and quite sluggish. And then I asked myself a question that whether I should live an active life or a sedentary life. Okay. So, and the answer came that I need to live an active life. And that is how things changed. So I discussed with a couple of people, and then they why don't you start running? It is a good activity. But the first time when I went down to run, even 500 meters running was difficult for me. And I couldn't imagine that I would be able to run. And then I started running, and that's how, with self-training initially, it was, the 10K was 1 hour 29 minutes. Okay. And then I have a friend, Renjit Sir, who happened to introduce me to ACE runners. Okay. The major advantage with ACE running was the strength training, the core training, which helped me to have injury-free run, especially at this age. Correct. So even today at 58, I look back, I see that there has hardly been any injury or a stop in my running practice. Correct. And I continued that.
Yeah. So when you were introduced to ACE runners, you became part of a group. So how was that transition while you were training independently initially to joining the group and actually institutionalizing your training program?
Very different and very critical of joining a group. Rakesh Sir took utmost care in terms of the training plan and everything. But more important was, the group, the cohesiveness of the group, which, brought in a lot of inspiration. Yes, we can do it. The doubt and the fear what I had before, I think all that has changed 360 degrees. Correct. And then Rakesh Sir made me to join the HDOR, the first HDOR, where I completed around 550 kilometers. And completing in 100 days, 550 kilometers, I said, wow, this wouldn't have been possible without the group. So that's a difference what ACE has done. And I'm very thankful to them, to whatever I have achieved today.
Yeah. For everybody's reference, HDOR is 100 days of running, which starts somewhere in the month of April, and I believe it goes on till August. The whole idea behind this entire event is that every day you have to run a minimum of 2 kilometers. The medal is something which is at the side, but what you get to see is like the entire people around the world who are actually part of this entire group.
Moreover, it gets you into the habit of getting out of the bed and coming on the road. Correct. That is most important.
Correct. Sir, as you have mentioned that as of now you have clocked about 14,000 plus kilometers on Strava. That is an amazing feat. What was those, a couple of interesting moments, events, something which happened, which made you realize that getting into running and fitness is something which never expected to happen to you?
Yeah, the critical point which made me an ultra runner was being a crew member to Piyush.
Okay.
When I remember Piyush was doing his hell race, which was virtual that time.
Okay.
For the reason of pandemic, 480 kilometers in 3 days. So he requested me to be a crew member, and I said yes. The first day he clocked around 170 kilometers, and I said, how can a guy run so much? No, it's not possible. So that gave me a clue that I should try doing 100 kilometers.
Okay.
And that was a key point, changing me from probably a marathoner to an ultra runner. That is how it was.
Correct.
That is one of the event which I remember. Then I attempted the first 100 kilometers, and I'm proud to say that I failed at 87.
Okay.
Because if I wouldn't have failed, I would have been overconfident. When I did the analysis as to why I failed, there are a couple of things which came very evidently. Was there was no proper hydration, which I did much before the race started.
Okay.
So I started having the Enerzal and all after 30 kilometers.
Okay.
And when I sat with the orthopedic surgeon and I told him this is what the problem is, he said, you had lost all the electrolytes of the body, and supplementing it at the 30th kilometer doesn't help you out.
Yeah.
And it was good that you stopped. So that point, I took it well into my next challenge, and I did the 100 kilometers, which I did it in 12 hours and 51 minutes. So these are the things. What I'm saying is ultra runner has helped me to not only to run, but more to learn about self and how the body is supporting, or how it is reacting. And most important is the rest. So which I understood that you need more rest to be taken than the running. This is how it is.
Correct. And sir, I believe 100 kilometers second attempt which you did, which we completed, and I was happy to be part of it for about good, I think 4-5 kilometers, not more than that, was around August 2021.
It was I think, it was in July.
July 21, right?
Yeah, July 21.
After
July
the,
21.
During the second
because I wanted to do the 100 before I completed 55. That is how it was. Yeah.
Correct. So it was July 2021, and luckily that day it hadn't rained at all.
No.
It was too hot, too humid, and could you tell what was the loop which you were doing?
It was in Kharghar. It was from one end of sector 35, I think so.
Correct.
And just all the way 4 kilometers and coming back.
Okay.
From the metro, below the metro.
Correct.
That was the loop of 8 kilometers, and it was planned to do 13 loops. And I started evening at around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And morning, I think by 9:51, I think we finished.
Around 10:30, because that was
Correct.
the thing.
I
still remember while you had while you were completing the race, I was there doing it, and to my surprise, we have another member who is also a very good friend, Raviji. He did his first 50K during that time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
that was a pretty interesting piece, because we never realized that he also,
and he never communicated that he's going to do 50, and he just joined saying that I will be doing the 50.
Yeah, so that is the interesting piece. Sir, I still remember one time while we were socializing at a particular place, possibly at your home or something, you had mentioned that one of your industry colleagues or business partner who was in the US, somehow you signed up for a run.
Yeah,
I want to hear that story. I don't want to be a spoil sport.
So it was I'd gone for an exhibition in the US, and my distributor there, and there was a colleague of there. She said she's also into running, and she has done all the major 6
World majors.
And she said, why don't you sign up for 2022? No, 2020. Why don't you sign up 2020 in 2020? So I said, okay, fine, I'm doing it. And I registered it on Strava. And after 15 days, I calculated 20 kilometers in 2020, and accordingly I was running, which was coming to approximately around 4.5 kilometers a day.
Okay.
And then she calls up and she says that, no, you are not on track. So I said, why, what happened? I'm doing it accordingly. She said, no, it's 20 miles. I said, what? So it's 60% more. So you have to do a minimum of 8 kilometers a day. I said, no, how can I do it? It's not possible. She said, no, she just gave me an idea. In Garmin, you change from kilometer to miles and just keep running miles. That's it. So that one thing changed completely.
Correct.
It was 20 miles. We the society where I stay, we have three buildings, and we have a podium which is approximately around 180 meters.
Okay.
And I think during pandemic, almost every alternate day I have done a half marathon, and every week I have done one full marathon. That is how that 2020 miles got taken care of.
Sir, you've also run international marathons.
Yeah, I have run Bali. That's the only international marathon I have run, because one of my friend, she invited me to run the Bali marathon. She's also a major 6.
Okay.
She has done it, and she invited me. So that is how I had run the Bali marathon.
Okay, and how was your experience compared to running in India and Indonesia?
Excellent. The terrain was tough, but most important thing was every village, there were people, young kids outside with music, and it was a gala time.
Okay, so it was a festivity celebration.
Absolutely.
Being part of the run. A couple of days ago, me and my friend Yash, we went to Khardung village from where the Khardungla challenge starts.
Yeah.
And I had seen a board by Siachen warriors which state that Khardungla challenge of Ladakh Marathon starts here, and then there was a quote. So that spot was very sacred to me. Last year it became sort of sacred, and we were searching for that spot. We couldn't find it because there was a road widening activity going on, and the board was removed. But looking at the photograph and the terrain out there, we figured out this is the place where the board was. After doing our initial shoot, a lady out there who was with the road widening thing, a local villager, she asked, "Sir, when is the marathon?" And I said this, and obviously then I became much more curious, being a community professional and understanding how the entire village is involved in it. So I'm like, can I take your short interview? She was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm like, since when are you living here? She's like, since childhood. How many times have you seen the Khardungla challenge thing? She's like, since last 10 years I've been doing it. I'm like, what do you feel? She said that our entire village hosts the runners. Some of them are from Ladakh, and the others are across the country, and even the global participants. We give them tea, food, and whatever it is. Early in the morning, 3 a.m. when the Khardungla challenge starts. So it's 3 a.m. for the runners, but for them it is like the night-long celebration, which we are part of it. And that is the real essence of this entire spirit what we are capturing. I will come down to that piece in a couple of minutes. So as you said that you have 2 different colleagues who have done world major. So for everybody's understanding, world major is organized by Abbott. So there are 6 international marathons which you have to do, which is London, Berlin, Tokyo, New York, Chicago, Boston. You can do it in any order you wish to. Once you complete all the 6 marathon, you get a 6-star medal, which is a very coveted medal. All right, sir, you are the first person whom I know who have friends who have completed the world majors. While interacting with them, what was your learning, inspiration, anything which you would love to share with us?
They both are at a different level.
Okay.
In terms of running, in terms of their passion for running and their love. The talks are very different when you be with them. They speak about how well to get hydrated, how well to rest, and the runs and the benefits what they have gotten, and the different places they have visited, and they have met people and they have talked. Amazing. It cannot be compared. It couldn't be the talk of a normal runner. That is what I feel. So
You've run multiple marathons, you've understood it, you've done the podium and stuff. You are the only person whom I know who has done 100 miles. Okay. And thankfully, I had the privilege of running with you during that 100 miles for 35 kilometers, if I am not mistaken, during that 100 miles race. I would love to know the entire planning, preparation, brief, run, experience from you.
basically, when I completed the 100 kilometers, someone questioned me, what is next? I said nothing. So he said, no, it cannot be nothing. From 100 kilometers, it has to be 100 miles. So I said, okay, fine, let's think about it. So I took that thought process in mind and I churned over it for a couple of days, and I said, in 2020, the kilometers turned to miles. Why can't 100 kilometer turn it to mile? So that is how I took up the challenge, and it was somewhere on 6th of December. 6th of December.
22.
No.
20.
No. It was somewhere in the month of May 22. I decided that okay, fine. I would do the 100 miles challenge, and I'll be doing it in December. So first thing what I fixed up was I fixed up the date. That was 23rd of December. I'll start running, and I'll run 100 miles. And since childhood, I always, when I had a two-wheeler, I always had a passion to drive the two-wheeler from Mumbai to Pune, and my parents never allowed me to do that. So I said, might well, this is a running opportunity, so I'll complete the wish I had. So I decided to run from Katraj ISKCON temple to Kharghar ISKCON temple. That would be approximately 100 miles. And first tried to see the route, whether it completes 100 miles and everything. And yes. And then I spoke about this one to Ace Runner group, and everyone was ready to help, even coaches. And then they started giving the plans. And I have followed the plan almost, if not 100%, at least 99.5%, I would say I have followed the plan. That is something which helped. And then I was also questioned as to why can't you do it in a loop? I said, no, I have done 100 kilometers in a loop, but this time I would be doing. And a lot of things to be taken care of, because the running was on the highway, and the timing, the night runs, how to be more careful about it. And everything fall in place. Nutrition idea was given. Basically Ace Runner group, there are some classical people, I would like to name them. Renjit Sir is one, Dr. Anand, who looks after, who helped me out, in how much hydration I need to have and what it is. Then Shankar Sir, who is a tech guru, who gave all the assistance in terms of, the technical requirements and the climate and everything. Apart from that, in terms of regular practicing, of course, those days, I used to attend less of the sessions, but still, Rakesh Sir, Praveen Sir used to regularly ask, how is the training going on, how it is, any difficulty you come across. And it was all supportive, and family had concluded that this guy won't stop before he completes the 100 mile. And that is how it happened. Surprisingly, I think for my 100 mile support, I had more than 45 buddies who have run with me. Especially, I would mention Uday Sir, who had work on that day in Pune. And he saw me running at Balewadi. So he got down from the car, and in his formal dress, the man runs 4 kilometers. And then he says, I'll join you back again at Belapur. And that is how, the support from the team was more important and inspiring for me to complete the 100 miles. Having run the 100 mile, the post 100 mile, this one, it's, I would say more than, for me, more than a private victory, it was a public victory with a group of people. Everyone helping me out in that case. And running such long distances with, self, that also gives more of the self, this one. And I would specially mention Kiran Rajurkar here, who both in my 100 kilometers and 100 miles, he made it very clear, Madhav, there will be no one to run with you at midnight from 1 to 4. And that slot is mine. So for the 100 kilometers, he came at 1 o'clock and he ran till 4:30, and he was not at the finish line. But for the 100 miles, he came at 1 o'clock at Lonavala. He ran with me almost till 5:30 or 6, and he was there. He just met for a couple of minutes at the finish line.
I still
because
remember.
He had some commitment. So,
Correct.
So that is a kind of support I got from people, which made all these achievements possible.
Yeah. And sir, being a community strategy consultant, this is the human touch which I look at. And the fact of the case is, this was a personal project.
Absolutely.
Right, where the friends and family and the entire community came together. So we knew that Madhav Sir is running. Wherever is it possible to support him along the road,
Absolutely.
we will be part of it. So that time, my long run of 35 kilometers while training for Tata Mumbai Marathon 2023 came. I was like, okay, might as well do it. All right. Rakesh sir had a plan of about same 40-45 kilometers. He's like, no, I'll complete a 50 kilometers.
Correct.
50 kilometers.
Many people, I'll tell you even about one of my supplier, when I told him, he said, yes, I will join you somewhere at Lonavala. He came all the way to Katraj at the start point to wish me. And then he came to Lonavala, he stayed, and he did his first maiden full marathon.
42 kilometers.
42. So, I'm more happy that, there are many people who have achieved, their bests during this race.
Is this the same supplier who once joined Strava and you were following him and you told him that you're HR?
Yeah, HR. Basically, he being my supplier, then I found out that he's into cycling and he's into running. So I started following him on the Strava, and his HR was always getting higher and higher. Then I told him that you need to control the HR, and then accordingly he started his diet improvement and everything, and he's been doing fantastic. He's been doing fantastic.
So one small piece of advice which came purely out of concern that this does not look good actually made that person's fitness journey much more interesting. All right. So moving on to the next question. Since you have picked up running, you do ultra runs, and frankly speaking, this requires a lot of time and resources commitment. So how has your professional and personal as well as social life shaped up during this entire journey?
Basically, the earlier 24 hours, whatever garbage was there, that has gone out.
Okay.
So now what happens is the day starts in the morning at 4.
Okay.
and I start my run by 4:30. I come back by 6. I attend the office from 8 in the morning.
Okay.
8:30 I reach the office. I'm there till 6 o'clock. So how has running helped? It has helped me professionally more.
Okay.
I feel I have more time now to do that. Yeah, the social life has been slightly limited because I don't socialize now that much what I used to do before. But it has been more towards the time to the family, and almost by 9:30 I'm off to bed because I need to get up again at 4:30. So socializing has, which was happening earlier maybe twice or thrice a week within the week, has now moved on to Sunday evening only. So that's because Monday being the rest day for running.
Correct.
So the socializing time happens to be only Sunday evening.
Correct.
That is how it.
And how has your family and extended family, supported in this entire adventure, I would see, of 8 years?
Yeah. Initially, they were very skeptical. Almost for the first 3-4 years, saying you are doing too much. This is not good for the age, and you will end up having knee problems and everything. And later on, they said, "No, this guy is not gonna listen. So let's accept the way he is." But they still, because they love me, they say that be careful.
Correct.
So the point which has moved is to have injury-free activity. That is how it is.
Correct.
So
awesome.
That's it.
And during this entire 8 years of your, running career, I would say, I wouldn't say an activity, because you started with a bare not being able to walk for 500 meters to doing 100 miles. I mean, that is a commendable feat. How has, injuries affected, impacted, and other things? Anything which you would love to share with us, because everything comes with its own, plus and minuses.
I initially, I had the problem of injuries because I never realized that I am a patient of plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
So it was somewhere 6 to 8 months down the line, I could, when I went to the orthopedic surgeon saying that I'm facing these problems in running, that is where he identified that, you have a problem of plantar fasciitis. And then he gave me 2 options, the orthopedic surgeon. You need to stop running, or you need to look for some good shoes that would help you out. Okay. And since then, what was identified was A6 Nimbus Gel.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
That was the one which had come then. And I've been since then using A6 Nimbus Gel. That's the only brand which I'm using, and I have never gone to the doctor again.
Wow.
So that is how it is.
Yeah, so basically training, planning, preparation, gears, merchandise, everything, nutrition, everything coming into
Absolutely.
place has actually, done wonders. Moving on to the world's highest and toughest marathon, the Ladakh Marathon. You had registered for 21 kilometers initially in 2020.
Right.
And then upgraded to 42.
Right. Actually, it was a bit of a Marwadi thinking. Spending so much money and doing just 21 kilometers doesn't make sense. So let us get the best out of it. So changed it from 21 to 42. And, even in group we had members. My very important mentor, Renjit Sir, was doing 42, and he said, "Come on, let's do it." And I could never say no to him. Okay. So that is how I upgraded myself from 21 to 42.
Correct.
And that's it. And today the KC, actually that is when we completed the 42 kilometers. In another running group, there is a guy who put in a message saying that I completed KC just walking.
Okay.
So no running, it's just walking. So I said, wow, 72 kilometers just walking, if you can complete, then probably, even I can complete. And that is what made my mind to do the KC. But more important was, Vinit, I remember you giving that interview to the news channel, saying that
हम लोग कुछ 25 लोग नवी मुंबई से आए हैं, जिसमें से 10-12 लोगों ने खारडुंगला चैलेंज करने का प्लानिंग कर लिया है.
I still remember that I committed that time that I'll do it. And that is how I am here today.
Yeah. So when you came in last year, I believe you came in 5 days before the race.
4 days before.
4 days before the race, which is not advisable.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened in those 4 days culmination to the 42-kilometer run in Ladakh Marathon 2022?
Basically, I think 4 days, having come 4 days before the race, the first day, it was a complete rest which I took. And the second day, I heard someone saying the best way to know whether you are acclimatized or not is to repeat it after a couple of hours, the same distance.
Okay.
So the first day then I did was the 5 kilometer in the morning and the same 5 kilometer in the evening. So whether I am comfortable after 8 hours.
Okay.
And the next day I did 10 kilometer run in the morning and 10 kilometer in the evening.
Correct.
And the timing was almost same.
Okay.
So I was happy that, I am acclimatized and good that I could do, except, on the race day, the most challenging was the last 6 kilometers, which as good as gives you a feel of a hell to touch the finish line.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for this inspiring story, because that is something which I'll keep in mind in the next couple of days when I'll be doing my 42 kilometers. All right. And with 42, then obviously the upgrade to the Ladakh Marathon 72-kilometer Khardungla challenge. Considering the fact that you had done 100 miles in December 2022 and doing a 72 kilometers right now in September 2023, how has last 9 months been in terms of training, preparation, anything additionally you have added or subtracted during your routine or regimen, or is it just that the plan has gone to that stage where this becomes easier to manage?
Yeah, the normal routine, of the week in terms of the running plan and the work schedule, it has been very normal. So not except for the mental toughness to handle that 72 kilometers at an height, that has been more challenging. The physical training has been more or less as per the plan given.
Correct, because I still remember you came in about 7 to 10 days before the race, and you were with us while we went to South Pullu one day, and you guys did a 10 or 11 kilometer run, and on the second day you guys after 2 days you went to the Khardungla top and did 7.5 kilometer up and down.
Up and down, correct.
So these two specific acclimatization runs which you did in the past couple of days, and in about a day or two the Khardungla challenge starts. How has it made you understand your entire physical
with the mindset what I had come, Vinit, it has been very different, the experience, because what I could feel that on a slight slope you can still think of running, but no, at 16,000 feet barely walking is also fine. I found it quite challenging, because the last kilometer to the Khardungla top took almost around 15 minutes for a walk, because every 200 meters you feel like, no, let's stop for some time. But it has been a different this one. So the confidence has slightly shattered, but still the ground realities are now well known. So it has to be addressed in a more serious and a more thoughtful way. That is what I feel so. And that is what I'll be doing.
Correct. Yeah, so serious and thoughtful way is the way to take it forward. During this entire, fitness journey and your professional career, what has been your experience about the entire stakeholders, of the community in this specific fitness and the running game? You have done a couple of podium finishes and other things, so your experience would have been a much different than compared to what I would have experienced till date.
See, having traveled so many countries for business and everything, and the people's inquisitiveness in fitness, and what I'm seeing it now in India, it's growing in multiple folds.
Correct.
So where while the base work is not there, there are quite basic facilities which are not available in India. But in spite of that, the way people have come out, and it's basically the community is helping each other. Whereas there, honestly speaking, there is no government support. Like we are paying so much of taxes. Roads are lousy.
Correct.
Roads are lousy to drive, but there are, even the car drivers, they don't bother about runners. That's how you find accidents on the road. Whereas where you go abroad, you see there are lanes for runners or cyclists. No car fellow would dare to come on that path.
Correct.
So in spite of not having such kind of infrastructure, with the amount of people who are there on the roads now, who have taken up this activity, I think it's purely because of the community building. And the community itself is inspiring other people in and around to get into the community, and the the cohesiveness in the groups, which is bringing more people in the group to run. That is what I strongly feel. So
Yeah.
probably it would take another 5 to 10 years for to realize and really give this kind of platform to the community to come up more. This is what my feeling is.
Yeah. Sir, on 31st of December, a lot of people take a New Year resolution that from 1st of January, we'll hit the gym, we'll go for yoga, we'll take up some or the other fitness activities.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, we see a good 80 to 90% dropout.
It fizzles out.
Yeah, it fizzles out, right? So, what is your advice to anyone who is looking to start any of the fitness activity? I wouldn't restrict it to running. I would say anything.
Yeah, so as you said, it is on the 31st of December, probably over a drink or getting high, that one thinks about it. No, I would say it this way that, every person has 24 hours. And in the existing schedule also, he is really fighting with time. And on one fine day with 2 pegs down, if one thinks that, from tomorrow I'm going to run 5 kilometers. So where is he going to get that 40 minutes out? So rather I would suggest that, someone who is really thinking about it, list down that what is he doing in 24 hours and how can he get a little garbage out of 1 hour. If he can remove 1 hour garbage out from his existing schedule, could be watching WhatsApp, watching Facebook or Netflix. If he is ready to give up, that is when this new activity can be incorporated. So, for example, if at all you are going to watch Netflix till 1:30 in the morning and you are expecting 5 o'clock I need to get out on the road, which is not possible.
Correct.
So, are you able to give up Netflix by 11 o'clock? Then there is a possibility that you would get up at 5 and you would be on the road. So I would say, before adding any activity in your daily routine, try to remove some of the unwanted activities that will give you some time. And that time you can devote to, the running activity or the cycling activity, which will improve the quality of life for yourself. And the importance will be realized by your family once you get into the
deep into it. Awesome.
This is how.
Yeah. Sir, any last thoughts before we conclude this interview?
Nothing, just will seek, usually there is a saying of Guru Gobind Ji that प्रयास आपको करना है लेकिन मिलेगा प्रसाद से. So just praying Almighty that He blesses us to keep on doing what I have decided to do, or for that matter for the entire community, running community who have decided to improve their quality of life, to give them strength to do the best. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your lovely
Thank
advice.
you.
It was a lovely talking to you.
There will be a medical checkup for all the participants. Everyone carrying headlamps? Yes. Okay.
Overview of mountain sickness and what you should expect. I am open to any questions that you would like to ask.